swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Back. He can't pay us back. Because in America, you talk about reparations. Well, he can't pay you enough. All right? If you take a payment, really, they owe us their lives. They owe us blood, man. All right? Because what they've done, and it still hasn't came out to how much damage they've done. But we know, we see it in our reality, how much damage they've done, was done to the nation of Israel. Okay? But they can't pay us back, nor will the Lord accept a payment. What? Because the Lord said, what? He will turn it upon their own heads. So go ahead.
And you also, what does it say that they use by the force of the sword? You know, you spill blood, you got to pay it with your own blood.
Yeah.
It said, and if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Right. So ain't no way you can pay the Lord back. He's going to swiftly pour it upon your own head. He's going to swiftly reject it. No, because the Lord, he said, what, the Lord is playing for keeps, you know? Go ahead.
It says, because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Right. So the heathen still got our precious metals and mainly the gold. You know, you see the Ishmaelites, they got our gold. Everyone got a piece of what we had. Yep.
That's ours.
Yeah, that's our shit.
They made the gold out of gold.
It's like,
They make the gold dome, out of gold, man. That's actually real gold.
Got something real quick. While this is First Maccabees 2 and 10. It says, "What nation have not had a part in her kingdom," which is talking about the kingdom of Israel,
that's right.
"and gotten of her spoils."
Yep, exactly. So, and then the scriptures talk about the Gentiles. You know which one I'm talking about? It's in Matthew. The Gentiles to the
Gentiles, at the time of the Gentiles?
Is that it?
Yeah, to the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Yeah, kind of. Because the Gentiles are having their way with the holy people. They're exploiting us. They're doing all sorts of things, man. They're taking our riches, okay? And they're taking our history. They dug up our history. They hide the history. Yeah, they got all of that. They know who we are, man. Go ahead.
Luke 21 and 24, it says, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations."
Yep, and that was Israel. That's literally happening. Yep.
And Jerusalem shall
They trying to get the fucking Ark of the Covenant. You know, see? That's what do you call it? Entry,
Insulting.
yeah, assault. Go ahead.
Okay. It says, "And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled."
Right, and the times of the Gentiles haven't been fulfilled. Now we're at the cusp. We're at the end of that. You see? So the Gentiles have been doing whatever the hell they want. They've been put us in slavery. They've been doing all sorts of things, spilling our blood. Blaspheming the Lord, blaspheming our covenant, all sorts of things, man. So the time of the Gentiles is coming to an end, and that's the weirdest sign. Us rising up.
Yeah, well, I'm finna say, and specifically, that's dealing with the land, right there. That's dealing, because read it again real quick. Because you got to make mention of the history on what it's talking about. Go ahead.
Luke 21, 24 again, it said, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations."
Yeah, that's talking about 70 AD. Yep, that's the last time that we was in Israel was in 70 AD. You know?
"And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles."
That was the Titus, Domitian, Vespasian, the siege of Jerusalem. Yep.
It said, "And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled."
So the heathens, not just Esau, you got Ham over there, you got Ishmael over there, you got various different nations over there in our homeland. In fact, where is it? It says that they divide Joel 3. Joel 3, it say that they you want to get that real quick?
Yeah, back in Joel 2 and 2. It says, "And I will gather all nations and break them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. And will feed them there, and people to my heritage Israel."
Yeah, we'll judge them. That's what pleaded is. Because you're purpose of World War III. You see, World War III is happening is because of the wickedness and the evil that they've done to the blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, the Israelites. So the Lord is going to gather all the nations that has came up against us, and He's going to judge them all at one time. That's what World War III is about. All the nations getting paid, the Lord having a recompense upon the nations who all enslaved us into captivity.
It says, so they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
See, and parted my land. All right, meaning this person had a piece of this, and this nation has a piece of that. Here it is. They're fighting over. They're fighting over the land right now.
And they got this thing called the Greater Palestine, Greater Israel, or something like that, where they got certain, according to them, it's supposed to be biblical prophecy, which we know that's for us, that we're going to expand our land. But they even got charts where they got lands and stuff that's not theirs that they trying to take up right now.
Yeah.
So they call it the Greater Israel something.
Yeah. Earlier, when Trump first got in office, they was fighting over the some type of one land post.
Yeah.
It was it started with a G something Heights. When Trump, it's like a what's the word? Fortified. It's basically like a if you get set up in that particular area, it's good for the military defense. Golem Heights, was it the Golem Heights?
Okay.
And that's what they were fighting over back in the time of Trump, which was in Israel, you know. But you had something, Ahmad.
Yeah, I got a precept. And then too, you got Benjamin Netanyahu on record as saying they got to eradicate, like he called the Palestinians
all the goyim.
Ashkenazi.
Yeah.
He said that those were they were the Ashkenazi that So they pretty much trying to take that role as being the big and act like they fulfill a prophecy. But
And the Ashkenazi is the fucking Japhet. It's Japhet. It's really the Ashkenazi, the new Middle East.
Yeah,
What he pointing to?
That's all the new land that they're supposed to be taking. They're
Yeah.
supposed to take Egypt and all
Yeah.
of that type of thing.
So they trying to take over shit that's not even theirs.
Exactly.
Well, even here in
That's the
America-
covetous.
Yeah, there you go.
They covet fields.
Well, and here in America, we still middle class, no class, you can buy land and use it as collateral. And that land is really supposed to be preserved for the masses, or like national, like there's a term, I can't remember what it's called, but you can Esau's laws protects their land if it's like wrongfully what do you call it, like apprehended. There's laws to protect them wrongfully doing things.
Right.
I mean, which we already know Esau's fuck.
Yeah.
So
Like
they
if they
got
get
this.
exposed for doing it illegally, they can
This is
protect
the
themselves.
curse.
You know,
The curse is that the other nations have those lands.
Push it up. You ain't got it in the camera.
Oh,
Yeah, you got
I
it.
got a precept too.
go ahead.
Netanyahu strikes defiant tone at UN. Yeah, he
Yeah, they
pissing
going
everybody
into-
off. He pissing everybody off.
Yeah, because they're trying to use that Gaza Strip for the new port where they put travel resources through.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So
Yep. But wait, before you read that, go back to that to the time of the Gentiles,
Okay, God. Let's see.
because that's very important. You have to understand what it's saying. Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, that means until the Lord takes them up out of that land. And this is why you know that the Israelites are not there. Somebody get Isaiah 14:1 real quick. Khan.
But back in Luke 21:24, it says, and Luke, I'll read the whole thing again. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive unto all nations. It's talking about the nation of Israel. It says, which is so it says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Yep, until the time, and this is the beginning of their end, the beginning of them getting up out of our homeland. You see, that's why that precept proves that they're not the people.
right.
Because the Lord has to place the true Israelites in that land. Okay, get that Isaiah.
This is Isaiah 14, start at 1.
Yep.
This is Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will again choose Israel."
Something that's already been prophesied about. All right, it's just before time. All right, the Lord is going to choose Israel. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land.
See, and set them in their own land. But right now, who has our land? Esau has the land. Okay, Ezekiel. It says, "Aha, that we have roughly perfect took over the ancient places."
Want me to get that?
Yeah, get that real quick.
Let's see. Ezekiel 36 and verse. Let's see.
Start from what?
Yeah, that's right.
Set that face against Mount Seir.
Yep. It says, well, that's Ezekiel 35, but this one it says, Ezekiel 36 and 1, "Also thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, Ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord."
Right?
It says, "Thus saith the Lord power, because the enemy have said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession."
See, the enemy. See, even going back before now, you had Herod the Great. His father was Antipater, the Idumean. See, those Edomites, they've been trying to take over the land of Israel.
Well, that was in Ezekiel, 36 as well, where it said that they appointed my land. Right here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to read all the way down then. It said, because they said, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
Uh-huh.
Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side,
Yep, that's what they did to the Israelites.
that you might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen.
Yeah, so they took the land and they took the people.
Yep. It said, yep. And you are taken up in the lips of talkers.
Yep.
And are an infamy of the people.
Infamy of the people.
That's what we just got done talking about, the proverb and byword.
Yep, the proverb and the byword.
A
Yep.
constant talk of topic.
Yep.
It says, Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh to the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which become a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about, because they've taken the land.
Yep.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
See, and they've been doing that.
Yep.
See, that's prophecy right there. You know? And this is in the time of Ezekiel, the Lord has given out this. Because they did it in the time of the Romans, when they took over under Antipater. And well, not Antipater. Antipater is the father of Herod the Great. When he made that alliance, you know, with the Roman Republic. And he was set up as the king of the Jews. It's just like now, they try to call themselves, basically, they're setting themselves up in a sense as the king of the Jews. I will sit in the mountain of the Most High. I will show myself a power.
Stones, good stones. What is that? Ezekiel 2? When he said I would sit.
The anointed cherub and the fire of the stones.
That's Esau. Israel, right?
Yep.
You'll be getting it.
Yeah. Because you know what? You still got Israelites over there in their land too. So they're still, you know, putting themselves up over them. Yeah, anointed cherub.
Factory and shit.
Yep.
You talking about the Mona?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but even before those Jakes went out there in the fucking 90s, you still had a remnant of Israelites still posted up in that land. Go ahead,
Ezekiel 28 and 13. It says, Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of the Most High. Every precious stone was thy covering. The sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold, the workmanship of thy tabrets and thy pipes, was prepared in thee in the day that thou was created. So look, it says, Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth. There it is.
As of late, you got
It
But
says,
that's Esau.
God. It says, thou art the anointed.
No, they was
Watch it in Daniel.
yeah, it was watching it. Yeah, it wasn't this one. Yeah, but they still are.
It says, thou art the anointed cherub that covereth. It's talking about Esau.
Yeah, the anointed cherub, because Esau was anointed to cover the face of the earth. Job 9:24.
Cherub is like
Yeah.
Covereth. It says, and I have sent thee south.
Yep.
Thou wast upon the holy mountain of the Most High.
Uh-huh.
Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire.
Yep, because they took over the land, and then they're ruling over the Israelites. And you still have Jake over there right now. The midst of the stones is who? The stones of fire is the Israelites. Peter said we are lively stones. So that's talking about the Israelites.
Also, Zechariah 9:6.
Yep.
It says about, how
The bastard dwelleth in Ashdod.
because the Lord said the bastard,
Yep.
legitimate child.
Illegitimate. Meaning, when you go into the word illegitimate, it goes into illegal. So you have illegal people over there in the land of Israel. Because they set themselves up there.
Well, before I finish this, I'm going to flip back to that Ezekiel 36 and 5. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession,
Right.
with the joy of all their heart.
Yeah, and they did that through the Balfour Declaration in this time, in this lifetime. Okay?
They flew.
Elias. They call them Elias. Which is, what Elias means to be airlifted or high, to lift upon, up high or something like that. Ironically, the singer Elias, she was lifted up high. It dropped. Yep. Balfour Declaration, the Palestine Mandate. Yep.
But it says back in Ezekiel 28 and verse 14, it says, thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the storm of fire. It says, thou wert perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created until iniquity was found in thee. Because you believe that the Israelites were yours to consume, that they're yours, that they belong to you.
Right.
It's in Ezekiel 35. It says, by the multitude of thy merchandise they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. And what you forget is that the Lord tells you he was always there watching.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
It says, therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of the Lord, and will destroy thee.
Profane, there we go, outside the temple. Is it any, what do you say, a fornicator or a profane person as Esau?
It says, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire.
Woo. So judgment is going to happen to you. And guess what? The Lord is going to destroy the land of Israel. You know? With that fire. And then it's going to be rebuilt. Go ahead.
It says, thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground, and I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. It says, thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities, by the iniquity of thy traffic. Therefore, and you got Esau actually doing traffic. And he's using us, the Israelites, mainly as like a constant source of what do you call it?
Revenue.
Yeah, there you go.
Income.
Yep.
Well, when you go to Revelation, the 18th chapter, it speaks about the merchants, all what the merchant city has traded, export, import with various nations and their goods, etc. That's the traffic. That's how this place got rich. Yep.
It says, by thy iniquity of thy traffic, it says, therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee, and it shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth in the sight of all them that behold thee.
That's right.
And thou shalt know, and they, so like it says, all they that know thee among the people shall be astonished at thee.
Right, that links over Revelation 18 chapter.
Yep.
Where it says, they shall bewail her. When they see the smoke for burning.
Yep.
Because they ain't gonna be able to sell all their merchandise here.
Another thing too, as the brother, was going into earlier, because these nations know that while they have Israel in a divided state, while they keep us in this condition, they can continue to, like the brother said, increase with revenue. You know, it's like the movie Matrix, the last Matrix they made. They knew that keeping us just far enough apart, but not too close to the Lord, it keeps them in a profiting, what they call a system. You know, so while that's all coming to an end, these other nations, they're going to be destroyed.
Yep.
It says, all they that know thee among the people shall be astonished at thee, and thou shalt be a terror, and never shalt thou be any more. So, yep.
Y'all got it. Ahmad.
Concerning, well, I had this precept back when we brought out Matthew about to the time of the Gentiles being killed. This is 2nd Ezra 6, starting at verse 54. Let's start there. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people whom thou hast chosen. Giving a distinction, put a distinction between the heathen nations and the chosen of the Heavenly Father, Yasher Allah, or in this time known as Israel, or in so-called Black Latino and Native American. It says, verse 55, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Right? It says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them to a drop that falleth from a vessel. Like a small drop from a vessel. That's how the Lord looked at it. Yeah, insignificant.
Yeah, their purpose was to serve. That's why that's their true purpose, is to serve, not to be on top.
It says, verse 57, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. And it goes back to that Lamentations. This is the day that they look for. To devour Israel, like it says.
Vocab, big shit. You ain't shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Fucking all these goddamn other nations. We're getting with Esau trying to make it seem like they something. The Lord said the nations ain't nothing, man. You know?
Well, it says in the book of Deuteronomy, as part of the curses, thou shalt come up, the nation shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Perfect.
That's,
Yep.
You see that every day in the neighborhood.
Yep.
Either nation, they run it, shop.
Yep. Yep.
It says,
You got certain, not all of you guys are, you got certain representatives from other nations that are coming and get these stipends and all that. But all of them, it's our Israelites trying to find money.
God, it says, verse 58, but we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover,
Not only begotten, the firstborn only begotten. You know what that means? That means only the Lord, only the Lord.
Favorite.
Yeah.
It says, let me read that again, verse 58. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into thy hands, in their hands. It says,
So that's another identifier. So the nations ruling over the Israelites, and that's plain as day. We look into the world, we see the condition of Israel really is. The nations are ruling over. Other nations serve as taskmasters over the nation of Israel, with Esau being at the head.
it says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? That goes along with that Matthew chapter.
Because an inheritance is the land, right? Like the brothers going. The land, what comes with the land is a culture and identity. You see.
That's something real quick.
So there's plenty of precepts that back up where the true Israelites are in the last days and who is running the world.
Psalm 75:7, it says, but the heavenly Father is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another.
Right. The scriptures say that he that today is a king, tomorrow shall die.
Right.
You know, and you saw right now he's in his rulership, he's in his heaven, which is the rulership. And tomorrow, you know, not literally tomorrow, but you know, he shall die.
Verse 8, for in the hand of
We
the Lord
fools.
there is a cup.
Yep. How is he numbered amongst the saints? Damn, I forgot my damn
Verse 8, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
That's going into the curses. They're gonna drink the dregs of the curses. That means every last little drop. Say you got like a towel, you wring it out, you know, you get the last little bit all the way dry. That's them drinking the curses. Have that double portion that says in Isaiah the 14th chapter.
A little bit more. Verse 9, it says, but I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the power of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off. But the
horn goes into power. You know, you got different facets of Edomites that's in power. Even the Russians. Who was that said the Russians gonna come back into power and wage war? Like they're gonna be the last survivors of the Edomites. I think that was the current.
Shut your ass up.
Right. He said all the horns is gonna be cut off. So all their power. You know.
it says, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted.
Right.
This is Obadiah 1 and 15. It says, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Right, like the scripture says, it is a righteous thing with the Most High that we confess tribulation unto them that trouble thee.
Yes,
You know, so as it has been done unto us, so shall it be done unto the heathen. And as well, you saw humanity. So
Bring it out!
Brother going in.
Come, bro.
Screaming and shit. Go ahead, bro.
It says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain. Let's talk about the Israelites. And you having a part in our captivity as well.
Damn, what are y'all reading? It's like everything is about good coming to Israel and nothing coming to the nations. So how could y'all flip it? God damn. Every scripture is Israel, Israel, Israel. The other nations ain't shit. Captivity, fire, death.
Spit bucket.
You know what I'm saying? God damn.
I got one.
I mean, what are they gonna refute? Oh, the blood of Jesus, and anybody can believe on
Like that shit weak. You see they don't come with John 3:16 no more. That shit weak. Not the scripture, y'all.
Let's regroup.
I don't know why you out here mess with these people.
No.
Go
It
ahead.
says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. So shall all the...
So that's a judgment. And judgment is being set on these men.
Yeah.
And this, you can't, what do you call it? You can't get over that. You can't just surpass that. You see? And then talk about salvation for all. No, it's like somebody running away from an ass whooping. You're not going to run away from this. All right? You're not going to run away from this.
Like when your mom hit you get the back of your back. And
Yeah.
Now,
You know, remember, who
that
can resist the Lord? Nobody can resist the Lord.
Yeah, and also too, talking about how the heathen's going to share a part with us in the kingdom. That's not going to happen either, man.
Nice. I'm sorry. Psalms says that the fellowship. What did he say about the fellowship shall not have no?
the throne of the
Oh,
nation
shut
shall
up.
have
Yeah,
fellowship.
yeah.
The throne of iniquity shall not have fellowship with thee.
Con.
So it ain't gonna be Esau and Jacob ruling at the same time. We're righteous and
What is
So that's why you niggas now. This is Esau's kingdom now. y'all see, you Israelites is trying to make, it's like y'all trying to plant y'all flag in America with the y'all trying to rule with Esau.
Yep. But it says, and they,
It's about waking up the nation.
it says, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. I was hoping it would be a big one too.
That's
I was,
There you go.
I was hoping it would be big.
That's confirmation. If you think the Lord ain't, if he ain't standing on this, you out your mind. The Lord
Yeah.
is standing on his word, man.
Yep. That's right.
What did he say?
I don't know where you can shake
On me.
Yep.
it. Right.
And they shall, God. And they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. One of the things is that the kings of the heathen will come bending unto us.
Right.
All right, we're gonna take the forces of the Gentiles, their abundance.
Because they've been high so long.
Yep.
So they're gonna be as if they've not been. They're gonna be busted,
And disgusting.
busted and disgusted, man.
And you know what?
They're gonna go back to their natural state. They're gonna go back to that caveman beast mentality.
Gotta go, okay.
The Lord, hey,
You know?
man, you know, with Esau today, a ruling man, you know, he wanted to make Jacob an example or make a statement. Well, the Lord's gonna make a statement with you.
Yeah,
You know,
but-
you really don't understand because you know you're thinking that you're gonna. I mean, we know that as long as you obey and you doing what you need to do in the kingdom, you know, we ain't gonna fuck with you like that. But you got to really understand what it means to be a servant. Like the brother said,
Who ain't gonna fuck with who like that?
Huh?
Esau getting fucked up. That nigga ain't gonna eat shit with the. Well,
And ain't nobody gonna be able to say this.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
he ain't
whatever.
gonna.
I'm
No,
saying the-
Esau
the
getting
heathen-
fucked.
Yeah, Esau definitely. Yeah.
Esau is fucked. He's fucked. That guy's screwed. In the kingdom, it's over with for that nigga. It's over with for Esau. Yeah, it's over for that nigga. Esau is fucked.
Because you got to think about it. Esau, like he's gonna be itching to do something with it.
Yeah, Esau is over with.
Well, you know
Like,
what?
we gonna have like rods made for like every day for just for whooping his ass.
As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, we gonna know before he do the shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, even if he have a thought,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna put the thought in his head just to fuck him up. We can do what the fuck we want to do. I'm gonna put a thought in his head. What you thinking about? I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Jay big on instigation.
Yeah,
We'll instigate quick.
I'm gonna be my own instigator. Boss, he ain't working.
I'm gonna jump on top.
Esau getting fucked
You know
up,
you get
man.
punished for your thoughts.
That nigga getting fucked up, man. It's about that time. They
Too long, and it's beyond the point of it's beyond the point of
Oh shit!
That's gonna be like,
That's gonna be big.
It's gonna be right.
I see the strike in my eyes still, man. I went right at it.
yeah.
Scared as shit.
Hey, see, that's what's gonna happen when the Lord get back. Even the animals is gonna fear. You see how that squirrel ran? That nigga jumped.
it was like he was like it was like a shock.
I can still see that lightning in my eyes, man.
Yeah, that was bright. Now I got that on. You can see it through the camera. That was bright. It was like.
Yep.
Then you gonna see the cyborg, you know, off of World War, the World of Worlds, when the lightning struck and then they start coming out of the ground and shit. Woo!
I'm gonna
Yeah.
start at Obadiah 1:9. It
It's
says,
almost time to go. I'm a little scared. Shit.
Lord chime in, boy.
Go ahead, go ahead.
it says, and thy mighty men, O
Lord
Teman.
ain't playing, man.
Teman is the grandson of Esau, so it's still Esau. It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end, like you said, going back to that cave state. You know, you're going to be perplexed.
Yep.
It says, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates.
The sins of his youth.
Yep.
Because they stood on the other side when the Babylonians took us down. So, and then it's just not that time. You know, I think it's in Amos where it says for 3 transgressions.
Yep, the first chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It says, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. You know, what does it say? As when thou seest a thief, thou consentest with him. It says, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction.
Yeah, so even though we went off, they weren't supposed to just come and do what they did. Basically betray us.
Yeah.
Because they're the closest nation to us in the world outside the other nations. All right?
It says, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. It says, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. You know, like when you took us captive, you had us, what did it say that, well, even when it says that whose possession slay them and hold themselves not guilty, but you consider yourself blessed for it. You know, and you said that you were not offended. Right. And you know, you want to talk about brother being brotherly and all that, well, you want a brother to us, man.
Right.
You know, you.
But you had the spirit of Cain on you.
Yep.
He was a murderer.
Yeah. Yep.
It says, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity.
Yep.
Yeah, and the Lord marked all he marked all your steps. You know, you think you marked steps now?
Scoot down a little bit.
Yeah, you think the Lord marked your steps now? The Lord marked your step throughout all of your history.
Con.
So you're gonna be punished. You're gonna be punished for shit you've done in the, not only in the ancient world, not only now, but in the ancient.
Yeah. Yep.
It says,
Yeah, what it says, judging the 3rd and 4th generation upon them that. Yep. So that's for Esau too. They gonna get paid back too. You know.
when it says, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape.
Yeah, man, that was wicked. Here it is, we running from a whole nother nation, and you're supposed to be our brother, and you blocking our entry to safety. You know? Hey, real quick, this is from the brother Gabar, Shalom. Psalms 34:21. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. It's over with for this motherfucker.
Everybody hates the righteous. We ain't had no allies. Even in that time, we ain't had no allies.
Nope.
The only ally we have is Allah.
That's the only ally we need. That's it. Y'all got it.
I'm going to go back to Isaiah 14, chapter 7.
Okay, car.
But it said, but neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. And neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord, again, is near upon all the heathen, and as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. So I'm going to jump down, though. It said, verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
See? And you thought, you know, if they counted us out, they counted us down and out. But the Lord said, He's going to bring salvation upon Israel, who have been downtrodden. See, these nations are at ease. And then you got these fucking Christians talking about all can be saved. Well, everybody ain't calling upon it.
This don't sound like all can be saved to me.
Right, exactly.
Precept. To go with that real quick. Zechariah 2:7, it says, it says, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth with the daughter of Babylon.
Ooh, that's it.
Yep. That's also a geographical location, because it lets you know Esau is over here, the daughter of Babylon, We over here in the land of America, America, the land of the
That
Lord.
proves that the Israelites are serving, be serving the Edomites.
Yeah. It says,
It's a little bit more.
Come.
It says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations with spoilage. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of mine eye."
and Esau knows that too, by the way. He knows that very well, that we belong to the Lord. He knows
Touch the, you know what I'm saying? But concerning the elect, because the apple of the Lord's eye is Israel.
That's what I'm.
But the elect,
Israel of God.
yeah.
So shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau. You ain't gotta take a rocket. You ain't gotta be a genius to know what stubble looks like. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining.
The first time you're going to see a black Edomite. If you're going to be charged out.
Meaning of the house of Esau. Yeah, that don't sound like everybody can be saved. For the Lord Yahweh have spoken it.
And don't forget that the Lord said he changes not. Okay? So what was written in the Old Testament, as they say, it's still going to apply when Yahushua came. Remember, he said, I come not to destroy the prophets. And the Lord said, all things must be fulfilled. You see? So the things that's written in the Old Testament, as what they call the Old Testament, prophecies that has not happened is going to happen. Ain't nothing going to change. He's, what did he say? The same today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Okay? So what is that talking about? He's the same. He don't change, man.
The scripture can't be broken.
Right.
So as long as they can find an inconsistency or they can say some other shit to make it seem like the scripture broke, but you can't break it.
And because they don't understand what the precepts are saying. You see? The scripture says, with our precepts I get understanding. And they don't have that understanding. Isaiah 28, it says when they go upon precept, you know, they fall backwards. See, they broken and snared. See, it's a trap into them. You know, they getting trapped up in the web when they try to go into the scriptures. You know?
Yeah, that's how you know. This ain't for everybody. Hey,
Put that lightning in something.
just imagine having an answer to that.
Come on, man.
You ain't got nothing in the world that can answer to that. Nothing. No technology, nothing.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 14. It's Isaiah 14. It's back in Isaiah 14, verse 1. It says, "For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel,
Right?
and set them in their own land."
That's what the whole purpose of all this is about. Destroying the nations, and those that was driven away, the Lord is going to bring them nigh, bring them back into the homeland. Go ahead.
It says, "And the strangers shall be joined with him."
Which is the scattered Israelites. All right? Because going back into 70 AD, we was dispersed, the diaspora. We was dispersed amongst the many nations. So we became strangers. All right? So what's going to happen in the future, the strangers is going to wake up in that strange land and realize that they're Israelites. And they're going to cleave into the house of Israel. They're going to join themselves back to their nationality, their heritage, their custom, their power. Go ahead.
It says, "And they shall cleave," like you just mentioned, "to the house of Jacob,
Uh-huh.
and the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and
You
handmaids."
see that? Come on, man. That hasn't happened yet. When has the Israelites had anybody in captivity? We've been in captivity all this damn time. You know? We've been driven from this land to this land, from that land to that land. We done escaped here and fled off here. We done got caught here. We've been driven all the way away from the Israel. You know?
And in that case, concerning JOO, where is that service? Who's serving you willingly through fear and admiration?
Ain't nobody serving you willingly.
And then everything they're doing is secret.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah,
Taxes
yeah,
and all that.
yep.
It says, in the land of the Most High for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captive, whose captors they were.
See whose captives we were. And it's American motherfucking history that the Europeans came and got the blacks, Latinos, the so-called African Americans, all right, and you can add in the Haitians and the West Indians from the west coast of Africa, right, and brought them over here. It's documented history that Cristobal Colon came from Spain under the authority of Queen Elizabeth and King Ferdinand, right, and they captured the said islands where the indigenous people were at, and they put them into captivity, man.
And you ain't seen no phenomenon like that ever. On that type of level.
I brought out earlier about the Jesus ship, European slave ship.
Right.
It says, and they shall take them captive, whose captors they were.
So that's judgment is going to happen unto them now. Slavery is going to happen unto them now. Go ahead.
It says, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Come on, man. Rule over their oppressors. Which is, we're going to rule over Esau. We're going to be the authority in that day. The head niggas in charge. Go ahead.
The word dismayed in Obadiah, I wanted to look it up, but it goes into to break down by violence, and to beat down and discourage, to scare and terrify and to make afraid. When it said that Esau shall be dismayed,
Yeah.
that's what it's talking about in Obadiah, the first chapter.
Yep.
So, yep.
And it
When
shall,
his kingdom go down. Go ahead.
and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
And that's the salvation of Israel. That's when Yahweh Shai said, a world, Isaiah 54:17, 45 and 17, a world without end. You see? We're going to be at peace. This is what the disciples longed for when they asked Yahweh Shai, now is the time to restore the kingdom unto Israel. So throughout all the scriptures, we can see that the salvation and the who's the most favored in the Bible. The Israelites are the most favored in the scriptures. What's about the gospel and when they say Gentile here? Well, let's go to the book of Revelation. Who was going to be sealed for salvation in Revelation, the 7th chapter? It says, until the tribe of Judah sealed 12,000. Issachar, Judah, Benjamin, Joseph, Naphtali. So it's telling you who's going to get that sealing of salvation before the destruction comes.
I heard Christians say that that's spiritual now.
You know what?
So
Spiritual
they
these
can be
nuts.
spiritually attached to certain tribes that are going to get.
How you going to spiritually attract to somebody else's nationality?
Right, that's
somebody else's lineage?
Somebody else's lineage.
Right. And it just it speaks to what they've been doing. You know.
Damn, y'all want to take everything.
We already know that.
Y'all gonna take the curses, all right. Y'all want to take something from the Israelites. You niggas gonna take the curses. You can take that.
You want to be us so bad?
Yeah, you want to be us so bad. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
Yeah, don't even worry about
We
it.
got enough for everybody.
Go ahead, all right.
You get a curse.
You get a curse. You get a curse.
You got something.
Wear that shit on your neck. I'm still on this Isaiah 14, Isaiah 14:3. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve.
Yeah, this was hard bondage, man. We still getting our ass kicked.
Yep.
Jake's still getting their ass kicked, man.
The psychological damage.
That's man. The psychological damage is treacherous.
Yeah, waking up just under constant duress, under constant stress.
Hamster wheel.
Yeah.
You know.
It say,
Even the millionaires, the celebrities, they not happy. See, you still in captivity. They ain't happy, man. They worrying about they finna get that phone call because Diddy got locked up. You know, they losing. You know, they look, man. All the business meetings, the deals that they get, they got to look, man. All that shit is to put you in captivity, man. And they finding that out now. And what Jake is trying to do is try to wiggle their way out of, you know, the status of being a nigga amongst these damn crackers, and they still putting their ass, no, you're still a nigga.
Yeah, you're gonna be bunny. Yeah, you got a bunny hop like Meek Mill was doing.
Yeah.
With that billion.
So like just to add to your point, they put they added another tax to the NFL and the NBA, where that depending on what state you're in and what team you play for and how long you sign, you know, that contract.
Yeah.
So a lot of those basketball players are losing like half of their check before they even get it. And that's why they're offering them 150, 201 million.
Yeah.
You know
Crazy.
what I mean? That's why they're offering them that, because half of that they're not even gonna get.
Crazy.
Yeah, when you bust it all the way down, they ain't getting that much.
Yeah.
The one guy tried to go under the LLC, and so he can get all this money.
Yeah.
And they rejected his ass.
Damn.
Yeah, he tried. He did it the smart way. How Edomite's been doing it forever, but now when he do it with his contract, you know, and his person, they eliminated all of that. They said, no, you ain't doing it.
You a slave,
That's
nigga?
how, see, and it was a Jake. That proved that Esau get to run shit, and he get to switch shit around how he see
fucking fit. Hey, that's why Moses was at the top.
Yeah.
And he said, I'd rather suffer with my people other than for a season.
Yeah.
And this season ain't shit.
No, it's not.
Hey,
I got it.
Go ahead, Aki.
Hold on. Oh, yep. This is in Hebrews 11 and 24. It says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called. You know, Jake wanted to retire in this time, man. It says, but when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
And that was a high status in the time of Egypt.
Oh yeah, very high.
That was high. He was basically second in command out of the top man in the fucking known world.
Yep.
In the known
And the known world, he was the top man. He was underneath the top man. That's a high position that the Lord has brought him up to, just to see it all. Go ahead.
It said, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin.
A lot of y'all couldn't do that. A lot of you niggas right now, Deacon Akkad couldn't do that. Alizé couldn't do that. Bishop Nate couldn't do that.
They want Nebuchadnezzar's steaks.
General Yohana, you couldn't do that. You see? Y'all would want to be at the top of the top for bragging rights.
Cream of the crop.
You know? Here it is. Moses had integrity.
Yeah. David too. Daniel did.
You know? Yeah, Daniel. Daniel was high up.
Yep.
Him, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, to be in the presence of the king and that type, they were in certain positions, man. Because of their wisdom, their knowledge, breaking down dreams, interpreting dreams.
Right. Yep.
You know? So they was at a high position. Read that again.
It says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
Right.
Salakia. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
See, because ain't nothing. Only thing that comes from this world when you make it at those certain positions is sin.
Yeah.
Perversion. Look what's going on with Diddy. And you know they put the baby oil because they know niggas is going to flock to the baby oil. Ha ha, he. But it was actually drugs in the shit.
Yeah.
It was drugs in it.
Right.
Drugging people.
Pouring it in their drinks. Yeah, that's what I was
You know?
Yeah.
So this dude was doing monstrous, wicked things to stay above sea level.
And he ain't nothing but he had handlers.
Yeah.
Which what is he? Clive Davis.
he worked for the mob.
Yeah, he worked for the mob.
His father was an agent.
Driver for
He went to college with a mob boss's son.
Yeah.
And that's
So
how he got connected.
yep.
I see this.
That's why niggas can get whacked underneath him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
this guy made a badass statement on seen it on an Instagram reel. I've been loving it lately, but he said success is like being pregnant. Everybody's saying congratulations, but no one talks about how many times you got fucked. I mean, that's how it goes in this time, man. You make a deal with the devil, man.
Yep.
He's fucking you.
Yeah, improve. Yeah, go ahead.
One hell of a saying.
But
You can
yeah.
actually take that to 20.
Oh, I'm still reading. Yeah. From what?
You take it to 28.
28.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
It
read
says,
to you.
verse 25 again. It says, choosing rather to suffer affliction.
Hold on.
It says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin.
Yeah, I'd rather be poor. I'd rather I'd rather go through the hell now. You know, because the scripture says, don't neither give me riches or poverty, or unless I may forget the Most High. Roughly paraphrasing it.
It also says that you laugh now, you're going to weep later.
Yep.
Yeah, then riches.
Prophet of not in the day of wrath.
Yeah, there you
And we
So
just- it's like-
you got it.
Well, no, we were just going into in Baruch the 4th chapter how in this time what we're going through right now is because basically we're getting our asses whooped by the Lord.
Yeah.
So we getting our whoopings right now so we can enjoy later, man.
Well, what the scriptures say, somebody grab that real quick. Chastised. You rather get chastised.
I got it.
Go ahead. That's it. Yep. Go ahead. Yep. I'll take the chastisement. Fuck it. It should hurt. You know, that shit hurt.
It feel like torture. It feel like you're being tortured.
Man, that shit hurt.
Hey, look. And one time I was like, man, this is torture.
Yeah, it shit hurt, man. This chastisement, it don't feel good, but it ain't supposed to. You see?
Oh, but.
But the scriptures is our comforter to be. Now we understand why we got to go through it, because it's something better. That's what visionaries is. You got to believe that it's something better on the other side.
That helps you get through the
It was
affliction.
subject to it.
Yep.
We're subject to the hope.
Yeah.
You know?
Being vision-minded helps you get through the hell, man. Like, you get in what? You're like, what's the
And also what it's doing is bringing forth, it's getting rid of the imperfections and bringing you to righteousness.
Yep.
Through this way. That's how Yahushua amended for his past transgressions.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, it's almost over, like you said. It's always like, hey, this ass whooping almost over. I remember my uncle, right? He used to get my ass whooped, right? Everybody getting 10 hits. I used to count my shit. 1, 2. I used to count them. When it gets to like 8, I'm like, all right, it's almost over. The ass whooping is almost over. You know what I'm saying? But that 10th will be the hardest one.
Yeah, we never got whooped on the day of.
No,
fucking
man.
up. It would be like 2 weeks later, and she'd take all that anger out on us.
Man.
Fucking up. She tallied it up. I remember lay down on that bed. No, we ain't had no belt. She had that extension cord.
Shit, he had a
I already
switch.
knew in my mind just lay
We had
down.
to go out.
Everybody ran from the whoop, and I said, let me just go ahead and lay the fuck down and get this shit over with.
Man, you had to go out. You had to go out. I remember we had to go out too. We had to get your own switch.
Yeah, I know your mind.
And you better get a good one.
Nigga, don't get the littlest one. That's the one that hurt. You thinking that the littlest switch is the one that's gonna be like, it ain't gonna hurt that much. I ain't gonna get the big one because it's hard. No, the little ones is what lead them bruises. Them little ones is them welts.
She know it too. Yeah, give me that.
I remember trying to layer up though.
Ain't no layer up.
Put a couple layers on. I gave her like 5 sweaters on. She's like, I started laughing. She's like, what? Take this.
What the fuck is you on?
Yeah. Layer up, shit.
Lay your ass down.
I remember, hey, Gina used to put on baby oil. So she used to put baby oil so it could slide off. That shit did not work, nigga.
It's even worse.
Yeah, but the ass whoopers is necessary, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Well, I got that. In
You got it. Go
edition
ahead.
Of, Chaston.
Yep.
First, let's read 1 Corinthians 11, and starting at verse 31. It says, "For if we judge ourselves, we shall not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world."
That's it, man. So we get chastened now by Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, and the scripture says it's a light affliction. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you just got to, you go through a certain little shits here and there, man, and you got to get over it.
We ain't being persecuted like
Yeah, we ain't getting
I
fucked
was just
up,
thinking
man.
that yesterday about how like I was like, I was trying to be as humble as possible while driving home when I said this. But I was like, being in this truth, knowing the knowledge and all that. Yeah, we curse, but it's not as bad. I want to say that as humble as possible.
Yeah, no.
It's not as bad as like what
It could be worse.
Yeah.
You cannot have the truth.
Right.
See,
Right.
with the truth, you can understand why we getting our ass whooped. So that eases the pain. The pain eases up when you know, like, man, this is the Lord. I just gotta have faith. I gotta keep on going. And then when you hear other brothers going through it, it's like, let me shut the fuck up, cause shit, I ain't going through that, But then there's another brother like, damn, I ain't going through that. So it's like we all collectively, is fighting together through the Spirit, man. And that's the best thing.
That's why the Lord said He ain't gonna put none on you that you can't handle.
Accomplished within our brethren.
Same affliction.
Yep.
You got it. Go ahead, bro.
For chastising, when you go into the word in the Strong's, like duo, and it says to train up children to be instructed or taught or learn. It says of those who are molding the character of others through proof and admonition.
See that? See, we being shaped, we being molded to perfection. In fact, real quick, somebody get there. It says meat for the master's use.
And what we're doing is learning obedience.
Yep, right.
Learn obedience. So we continue to do what we're called to do.
Yep.
Without wavering.
Yep.
It just says train up the child in the way he should go and he shall not depart from
That's it. That's it. We being trained up. We princes.
I got it.
Yeah.
We princes being trained up to be kings. This is like what do them devils go? They go to what is it? What is it? It's a college that they go to. It's like prep.
You got it right.
Is it prep school or something like that?
It is prep school.
It's like a prep school. So they get trained up to become presidents and congressmen and these, so they got to go through all this extra shit. Well, we getting trained up to be kings. We getting trained up to understand what wickedness is and what righteousness is, and how to judge. Shall not the saints judge the world? So we're learning on how to judge matters. We gonna have to judge the nations. Like, you got to think about that. We got to judge the entire planet. So this ain't nothing when you really overall think about what we gonna get.
So it's like how you recognize how much patience the Lord has with you.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, because we supposed to be through.
Right. But then for us to go out into the world, and the Lord has established and reestablished us, for us to have that same eye towards the rest of the world. Even though we're gonna be having our fun, but
No, we gonna lash out at Esau.
but let me start. Did you? Oh no,
He's gonna be like a woman.
I had that one in Timothy.
Well, finish that up. Finish the chastising up. There's more on that.
1 Corinthians 11 and 31. It says, wherefore, my brethren, when you come together to eat, tarry one for another. That was it. That was it on verse.
No, going to the word.
No, you went into the word, right? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Al.
This is 2 Timothy, and I'm going to start at verse 19. It says, nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having this seal. The Lord knoweth them that are his. And let everyone that nameth the name of Hamashiach, Yahushua, depart from iniquity.
Woo! So a lot of y'all ain't apart from iniquity, because y'all not naming the name.
Right.
Nate.
You have to invoke the name. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. It's just like putting in the code.
Yeah. So the name actually clears sins.
Yeah.
It says, but in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor.
See that? So some to honor, some to dishonor. Go ahead.
If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor.
See, and this is the purging. The Lord puts us through that fire. That's the purges. It's called dross. When you're dealing with metals, let's deal with silver, right? When you put silver in that hot lava, in that hot fire, what happens is the dross is
impurities.
Yeah, which is known as impurities. The dross is It's taken out of the silver to make the silver more refined. You know?
Don't rise it and actually
Scrape it off. You scrape the dross out.
It says, if they
So
make
that's all of our doubt, stubbornness, hypocrisy.
rebellion.
The old man.
Yeah.
The old man is getting burned away and taking out ego, pride. You know?
Because you got to flock. You got to react with reason. Because the scripture talk about the trial of man is reason.
Yep.
So you have to find the reason with all that you're going through.
Scripture saying in Numbers 31 that fire and water is used as a cleansing agent, to cleanse out,
Yeah, the infernal.
Yep, that's it. And those are the top cleansing agents. Because water is cleansing. That's the baptism. How can a young man cleanse his way? That's the scriptures. By taking heed to the truth, roughly paraphrasing. And then the fire, right? John the Baptist, he said that he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. You see? So we need that fire on us so we can become perfect.
that water is what cleans the conscience.
It's the straight gate. That's what the straight gate is all about.
Yep.
But
You got
says, if a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use.
That's it. So we want to be meat for the master's use. Sanctified meaning set apart, holy. We're different from the rest. While he got burned up, he fizzled away. You know, he endured for a little bit, but that fire got on his ass and he fizzled out. A lot of guys fizzling the fuck out.
Because if you wood or hay, the fire is just gonna turn you into acid.
Yep.
It's gonna, you're gonna float away. But
Yep.
if you gold and silver, it ain't gonna do nothing but purify.
And that's it.
Yep.
Because wood can burn for a little bit. You know, the hay, that's good. That's out the way quick. But that wood, you can put fire to wood and it'll last a little bit, just like the palo, right? As much as you keep putting fire to that Palo Santo wood, eventually it ain't gonna be nothing. So eventually the wood can burn away. But that gold and that silver, that's what that old man, that nigga, that, you know, all that that old mentality, you know. In fact, somebody real quick get Ephesians 2:1. Bible Kashah, Ephesians 2:1.
Go ahead, read this.
Yeah, finish that up
So
and then
it
get
says
Ephesians 2.
That we should be meet for the master's use and prepared unto every good work. It says, but flee also youthful lust.
That's it.
But follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart.
And that fire gets you into that mindset of more faith in the Lord. Peace. You know? You know what I'm saying? It makes you want peace. That fire that's on you, man, I just want peace. I just want Yahweh Shai. Because this shit is, because that's the only way. You know?
That's the reason why we greet each other. Shalom.
Right, peace.
That's it.
Because that's all we want is peace. You know? Go ahead, you had something to say?
No.
Ephesians 2.
You done with that? All right, go ahead,
This is Ephesians 2:1. It says that you have equipped who were dead in trespass and sins.
See? We was dead in trespass and sins. Going the fuck off. The Lord gave us that, put that heat on us, gave us the truth, and woke us up. Go ahead.
It says, wherein time past ye walk according to the course of this world.
See? That's that impurities. The course of this world. We was basically Edomites. We was chocolate black Edomites. Because we was doing the things of him.
The American way shit.
You know? Go ahead.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
See, according to the prince of the power of the air, we was walking disorderly. So, in order to take out that disorderly within us, we got to go through that fire to see if we remain. That's the test. All right? That's our test. You say you believe, you say you have faith, you call on a name, you say you're an Israelite. Well, I'm going to put you through these series of tests to see if you really stand. And a lot of dudes, they don't stand. They get tired of going through hell. They get tired of getting rebuked. They get tired of having to shape up their life for the better. For Yahweh Shem Shah, the anastrophe, their conduct. You know? They want to be niggas. They want to use Jake. They want to come into this truth and find avenues to make more money. You know,
That's why Yahweh Shah said, blessed is he that is not offended in me.
right?
You know,
Perfect.
because guys, they go through that fire and they get offended.
They get offended.
You know, they
So-
get mad at the Lord. Like,
With that offense, they try to get these because we gotta be poor. It ain't like we gotta have when we pull out we gotta be pull out lint and shit in our pocket. Not that type of poor, But for the most part, we gotta be poor, lowly, a base, humble, And money brings forth demons of pride, man.
Well,
You know?
somebody was breaking that down. The reason why these people live the way they live, like we use Diddy as an example, is because they have the money to do all the wicked shit. You know? You got access.
Yep.
And that's the reason why Biggie and them said more money, more problems.
More money, more problems.
It is. Because who
Yeah,
controls
because you
the
can
money?
escape. You can escape the curses, like and it's in a way you can't escape the curses, but you can escape certain things. You have money and money.
Well, Jay-Z said in, what is that song, Pound 4, he said, financial freedom, my only hope. So,
Yeah.
when we look at Tyson was
Because with all that money, guess what? You gotta still pay taxes, and you gotta pay all type of shit. And you gotta walk on thin rope with this damn devil too. So you gotta do what he say. You gotta get popped up the ass. You gotta do this. You gotta do all this shit to keep that money. So it's really slavery. But to the illusion that is, we making it is all good. To the rest of the world to seduce them. It's a real wicked world, man.
like, Taylor Swift, she didn't eat but she just got done getting put on blast for what she did with Diddy. But she was trying to beg forgiveness from her boyfriend for what she did.
See what?
Is Taylor Swift white?
Yeah.
She gotta be. She ain't got no ass.
I don't know.
Yeah, she
I went to school with her cousin.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift?
Hell, man.
Ain't she from Wisconsin?
I don't know where she's from.
But she did with Diddy to help forward herself.
Yeah. I mean, I know. Yeah, her cousins and shit. Them white boys can hoop. Them niggas can hoop.
And she even with she's dating that one guy that played for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's a Jake.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
The Kelce brothers. Yeah, they look like but you can tell they got too much soul. They got
Trying. But let's get back to the scriptures.
All right, this back in
We'll wrap it up after like 2 or 3 more.
This is back in Ephesians 2 and 1. It says, and you have he quickened who were dead in trespass and sins, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world,
Yep.
according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit have now working in the children of disobedience.
so that same spirit that we escaped is working through them.
Yeah.
That's why we don't. That's why the scripture says abstain from the appearance of evil. Yeah. They're the appearance of evil. They're doing things in this world that's of this world.
And this truth tries us.
Yeah.
It say what is that in Apocrypha? It say try her by her discipline.
Yeah.
So we get tried by the old things that we used to do in this world. That we can't do. Yep. Yep.
Sometimes, you got to watch Satan too, because he'll try to bring
All
you
the
back.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shut up. Yep.
He'll bring you back to that bullshit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yep.
Tempt you to,
The tempting.
Yeah, the tempt you is how you was in the world.
Yep.
So you gotta we all gotta watch that shit.
Yep.
And that's how a lot of guys fall out too.
Yep.
They get
Old friends and
like you said, they get tired of
I'm broke.
living day
Nigga.
to day. Yeah.
Old
They get
friends
tired.
and new
But you got
pussy.
to change the world. Can't if I had the money.
Yep.
Back in Ephesians 2 and 3, it says, among whom,
Yeah, I think I know a guy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
it says, among whom also we all had our conversation in time past,
Mm-hmm.
in the lust of our flesh.
Yep.
See? So
And the lust of our flesh. So that fire that gets put on us is to
Stay away.
it's to heal us from that,
Yeah.
so to speak.
So it's a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It says, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. But the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us.
Mm-hmm. That's why he sacrificed himself to bring us closer to him by the way of the blood. That's what made us alive. You know?
It says, even when we were dead in sins, he quickened us together, like you just mentioned, went from Yahushua, by grace ye are saved.
Woo! That's it. And that's all and that's through that fire that we have to go through. You know? Once we've called, we got to go through that fire to see if we remain. Last precept.
So like the Lord is just looking for men, or for those that can, you know, stay away from what He said to stay away from. You know, that's really what it is.
Yeah, don't eat from the don't eat the fruit.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Got one more precept on the fire.
you got it.
Let's start at verse 4. Sirach 2 and 4, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Right? Because in the truth, you're going to have your highs and you have your lows. You know, the Lord is a perfect balance.
Yep.
You know, it says, for gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Hey, and real quick, that word patience though goes into be having the capacity to accept, or having the capacity to have the tolerance to accept delay working in favor, but you just got to wait for it. You know, I know part of the fear though of serving Heavenly Father is we don't know if the Lord is there to save us or destroy us though. That's what makes this thing tricky.
Yep.
But you know, we have that hope that
Or you don't know when you're gonna get taken up out of a situation.
right.
You know, you'll go through something and it could be for months. It could be for a year. You just constantly going through some shit, and you don't know when the Lord gonna lift it up off of you. But our time ain't His time. You just gotta dig deep and just have faith.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like holding that metal under that fire.
Yeah.
You have to hold it
Yeah.
until those impurities.
Yep. So that's those seasonal ass whoopings, you know, them seasonal temptations, those seasonal situations. And sometimes you be doing good for a minute, then sometimes you be fucked up.
And all these different tests that you mentioned, you know, it's to prepare us for the final exam. It's in Jacob's trouble. Because there's going to be times in Jacob's trouble, you know, where you're going to be tested and your patience going to be tried. You know, you might not eat when you ever fast.
Yep.
And then next, you know, right when you about, you know, done, the Lord
Yep.
be like, all right, flip the switch.
Yep.
The brother had a vision about that. You know, you know, and then he got that power. So,
Yep. Yeah, man, and throughout and the thing is this, man, like really understand that throughout the course of your ministry, when you first woke up until now, however long you've been in, has not the Lord came through?
Right.
Like has He not came through? Like, can't nobody say He ain't never came through for me. Bullshit. We all still here.
That's how my life. Our life consists on the Lord.
The Lord got to come through because I can't do shit.
Right. Yeah.
He'll come through by a mystery check. He'll come through by brothers hitting you up. You know, whatever it is.
Working in your favor.
Yeah, enemy working in your favor. Anything, man. The Lord He's surgical with His blessings and mercy. You know, He come in. It's something called the nick of time. It's right at the moment.
Right when you need it.
Right when you're something in the nick of time.
What do you say? I'm sorry for this thing, Jake.
Right. And that's double fold. He can fuck you up, or you can show abundance of mercy on you.
Well, it says that it is an easy thing to make a poor man rich
Mm-hmm.
with the Lord. So,
Yeah.
And this truth is constant, man. It's true.
so like you said, like with the switch, we've been poor, but like a flip of a switch, it can make us rich.
Yep. Or just get us out of a situation what we were stressing about.
Yeah.
Ain't even got to be too much. Just get me out of this stress demon real quick.
Yeah.
And you'll be and you can just, you know, it's a relief. You know, all you need is a little bit of release here and there, man. That'll just keep you going.
Yeah, the scripture says His grace is sufficient enough for us.
Yep. So
And He always give escape routes too within the temptation. With the temptation, shall make a way of escape. And you just gotta find that escape route. You gotta have spiritual eyes to see.
Yep.
Yeah, and then in those times we are told to lean upon Him. So we got to go to
the source.
To the source. We got to read. We don't want to do nothing. You know.
Go to the source.
Yeah.
So with that, I'd like to give all glory and honor and praises to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to our apostles, Gordon Redstone. Peace, salutations to the faithful elect. Working true and sincere.
Rabba Shalom.
Hey, fun fact I just found out today. So he got 300 and the 3 days and a half, the 3